For this IoT project, we have created a PS4 temperature alarm. This alarm will be set off when the temperature of a PlayStation reaches above 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Right here, here's the alarm. It will trigger two LEDs and a LED on the board. We also have the temperature sensor back here on the back side of the PlayStation where the fan will be blowing out the hot air. Now, I have had the PlayStation on to heat it up to speed up this process. Right now, it is at, so it says 84 degrees. So if we turn the PlayStation on, we should be able to heat this up and get these lights to trigger the second it hits 90 degrees. Now the Photon is sending the temperature to IFTTT. Every minute what the temperature is, and IFTTT is logging the data. This is where we get our data, seeing around what time the PlayStation peaks and should be turned off. Now the PlayStation will be heating up, and this could take a couple minutes, but we will get there eventually. Just hang tight. If you need to, you can skip later in the video till the lights turn on. I will be regularly checking the temperature on the Photon and see where we're at. And now we're at 83.9. We'll refresh it. Sometimes there is error in this and it will take a bad reading, but only lasts for a couple of seconds. Hopefully we can get an example of the error. So we've already risen to 84.2 degrees. And we'll keep refreshing to give a good idea of what the temperature is doing. It should steadily rise and kind of peak off at around 90.5 degrees seems to be the peak. Now we're at 84.53. On the website you'll be able to see the data recorded on a previous run to give an idea of the trends in the temperature increasing. Now, another plus with this project is it's very easy to run. There are two USB outlets on the PlayStation which can run both Photons. The system can be run all the time, just easily set up on your Wi-Fi, and it runs and it lets you know when the PlayStation has gotten too hot. It's a good way to keep track of how long you play, and just a good overall way to save your PlayStation from wear and tear. Up to 86.5, steadily increasing to around 90. It'll slow down a little bit once we get up to 90, but we will get there eventually. You can also see the code we use for this project. That'll be posted along with this video. You can also see the wiring diagram posted along with this video. Connections are pretty simple. You can use most basic components. I chose to use LEDs as a visual. You can use buzzers or speakers as an audio alarm. Anything you want can work with this. There are 7 digital output pins, so anything that can take about 5 volts and works is great for this use. Another update on the temperature here. 87.34, coming from about 84.5 degrees Fahrenheit, so we are increasing. Once we hit 90 degrees Fahrenheit, this photon will subscribe or publish an event to the cloud through the Wi-Fi is connected to, and this photon will be subscribing to that event. The second that event is published, this will pick it up and it will run the code that we have put on it. In this case, we're activating 2 digital output pins, which will activate these lights. You will see shortly. $87.8, still increasing. $88.2.025, still increasing. Now bear in mind that the PlayStation had been run before this, so its starting temperature was higher than usual. Room temperature here is around 69 degrees, 68 degrees, so it does take a little bit longer if you're starting from room temperature. 88.25. $88.5 degrees. We are getting there. Now, bear in mind, this can have some unusual spikes, so we did have to set a range. You can see this range in the code. This is just to prevent against these spikes setting off the alarm prematurely. At 88.58. 88.8, about 1.2 degrees away. $89.15. We can $89.37. There it is, 90.5, and it sets off just like that. So, this is the temperature sensor alarm. There's the alarms going off. This is to tell the user that it is too hot. Thank you for watching.